to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely day, whatever you're up to today. Today's video is going to be about what to take with you on holiday when travelling with a young baby, particularly a sunny holiday. So Xander is 5 months old and we've just got back from Fuerteventura. Hopefully you'll find this video useful. Okay, so let's get into it. First things first, packing cubes. This might seem obvious, but packing cubes when you've got a little one are so useful. So I already had a set of black ones, which I always used for myself. I've recently been gifted at Christmas some purple ones as well, which actually helps because then I can separate mine from his. So those are really handy because you get different sizes, so that little one's quite useful for little bits and pieces, and the bigger ones are quite good for clothing and bits like that. So packing cubes, really useful. Definitely recommend picking some of those up. You can find them on Amazon, so quite easy to get your hands on. So the next thing I will mention is medicines and things. So I always travel with the infant Calpol in my changing bag anyway, but while we were on holiday I also took the Nurofen for children with me. So I brought both of those things with me on holiday. Also, nasal spray, just in case, you never know what might happen. Also a nasal aspirator. So all of those things came with us just in case. We brought some teething gel, so we used the Ashton Parsons one just because he's still under 6 months old, and the Bonjela and other brands sometimes are for over 6 month old. So that's the one that we use, so that's the one that we took with us on holiday. I was just adjusted the camera so that you can see all the different bits and pieces here to help, just in case you've forgotten something and I've reminded you about it. Okay, so the next thing that I would like to talk about is any creams, anything like that that your baby might need. So Xander has a bit of eczema, and we use Cetraben on him. This is the typical huge 500 gram tub that you get given. And we didn't take this with us on holiday, but luckily you can find travel size versions. So there's the middle size one, which I packed in our suitcase, and then there's the handy little one, which I packed in the changing bag, which I now just keep in the changing bag at all times. So those two came with us as well. And the big one, obviously, we left behind. So Vaseline, always quite a good thing to remember to take. Pseudocreme, which again always stays in our changing bag anyway. And I always pack a little first aid kit in the changing bag, so that came with us too. The one that we've got is from Mini First Aid. So Alex and I went and did a baby first aid training course when I was still pregnant, and that was really useful. We bought this little kit from that class, and that's been really good to carry around. Just makes you feel a little bit better having it with you. Okay, also thermometer, so I carry this around in the changing bag as well at all times. That came with us. Okay, so next I just wanted to mention about kids sun cream. So if your baby is over 6 months old, you might choose to put this on them and bring this with you. Because Xander was still 5 months old, it's not really recommended that you use sun cream on their skin when they're that little. So I didn't use sun cream on him, but it might be good to mention just in case yours is 6 months or older and you wanted to bring that with you. We had to sort of keep him in the shade all the time. Luckily it was sort of low 20s, so it wasn't, you know, massively hot, but for him it was obviously hot enough, so he just stayed in the shade. And also brings me on to the next thing, huge big muslin to help with keeping him in the shade. So if you don't have one, definitely pick one up. These are so useful for so many things. The one that we've got comes in a little carry case, which is nice because it packs up small, and it was actually gifted to us, so I'm not sure if I read that right, but it's kuski.com, and it's called the Great Swan Doodle. So if you're interested, that's a good one to have. You might have seen in the video that I posted, we would cover him up in the pram with this giant muslin just to shade him from the sun, and that worked quite well for us. Moving on to these. So these are just massive clips. So you might have some from some holidays that you might have been on, because they're useful for keeping your towel attached to your lounger. So we've got a pack of 4 of these, and these are really handy at keeping the muslin attached to the pram, because in places like Fuerteventura it is quite windy. So those are really useful, and I do recommend bringing some along if you've got some. So next up is toys. So obviously at around Xander's age, which he's about 5 months old now, just over, babies start to be a bit more engaging. They are more interactive, they might get bored, and things like that. So you want to start bringing toys around with you whenever you go to different places. So in the changing bag I keep a couple of little bits anyway, just because, you know, if we're out and about, he might like to hold on to something or have a little play with something. But I also packed in our suitcase this bag of sensory toys which we were gifted. It's by the Little Peanut Company, and it's a great little set. So different sensory things for the children, so you can't see, but that lights up. And then there's a little teething ring, little rubber ring, some, you know, different sensory bits and pieces. So what I've added to the bag some other little things, just that he might find interesting, little colourful bits, noisy things, extra teething rings. And I also managed to fit in to that bag a play mat. So if you've got a play mat, something similar to this, definitely worth bringing with you, just for when you're nicer for them to play on, lay on, you know, that sort of thing. So packed that, managed to get that in that bag and just brought that all together. That was really handy to have. Okay, so you're taking baby swimming and things like that, you're going to want some swim nappies. So I've got the Pampers Splashers ones, which you can easily grab on Amazon or at Boots or anywhere like that. So very useful to bring along with you. A baby swimming towel, so that one's quite good. It's got a hood, and then it's got these little bits on the side which you can clip together, or you can pull apart, and that's probably gonna last us quite a little while. So that one's quite good. Little swimsuit, so we've got one with long sleeves just for extra protection from the sun, yeah, that one comes with a little matching sun hat, so always good to have a waterproof sun hat with extra bit at the back there to protect their neck. So obviously, you know, we always think about putting hats on them in the sun, but definitely remember to get one that's waterproof that they can wear with their little swimsuit. And then obviously sun hat, got two there. Swim ring, just because it's fun and they are cute in them. It feels a bit safer when they're sat inside them. Happy nappies, those are quite good. So yeah, that's basically everything that I can think of. Obviously the list is not exhaustive. There are so many things that you have to think about and bring with you when you take a baby with you on holiday. But I just thought this might be helpful for anybody who is making a packing list, or currently packing, or about to plan a trip, or going on holiday. Sometimes videos like this help me to you know, think about something that I might have overlooked, or just as a little reminder of something to help me. So I'm hoping that this will be useful for somebody out there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.